So
It's all
Angelo,
good.
let's talk about creative financing. If I want to get going on my investment portfolio or single family, I know you have a lot of ideas. I think let's take this from a point of view of I'm new to real estate investing
Yeah.
or new homeowner, and kind of walk us through what are the opportunities out there?
So that's a great question. And so how we're positioned, Joe, in the market, with our company, we have two different lending divisions within my company. And so the thing that I think it's very important to understand, like if you're either an investor or consumer, who you're dealing with in the marketplace, because you have a lot of mortgage companies or lenders, they either do just commercial or they just do conventional. And so that's fine. And they're very good at what they do. There's a lot of great companies out there. But you have to really understand who you're working with in the marketplace. I've been in mortgage. That's what I've been doing for my whole career, over 20 years.
Yeah.
And some of the things that I've witnessed and realized that in my time being in the mortgage business is that you have customers that come to you and you're not able to service them because you don't have the products. So, and that to me is a missed opportunity, kind of like Jeff Bezos with Amazon. He created a very massive web to become, as sticky as possible to capture the client's business. And so, and very similar to Disney. So I watched what these great companies did in other industries, like, Warren Buffett, doing the things he did with Berkshire Hathaway. And no one was really doing that in the mortgage business because of all the regulation and just understanding how to put it all together. So our company, the way that we're structured, is a nationwide commercial and residential. Our bank that I don't own the bank, but I have a partnership with them. They have $8 billion in assets, and they lend off their balance sheet and they service their own loans.
Okay.
So because of that, we have this enormous amount of flexibility, autonomy, and being dynamic to be able to make a loan for someone that just got out of a bankruptcy if they can put 20% down, an investor that maybe can't document all of their lease agreements, or maybe it's not debt servicing at the proper rate, but they like the location. We can make a business decision to fund that loan. Or you have somebody that maybe they have a 580 credit score, they want to do FHA, even though most lenders want 620. We can make a decision if we want to fund that loan. So the thing that if you're out there and you're trying to figure out where to go and get funding, you really want to work with somebody that really obviously understands, that's a master and expert in their space. And they have the products to be able to take you to a bridge loan or a private loan or hard money, and then they can refinance you to a long-term conventional, or if you're doing a fixed to rent product. So working with somebody that really knows that and can show you the short-term and the long-term solution, I think is very powerful, especially right now in the marketplace, how competitive is real estate.
Yeah. So how do you find that if I'm new and I want to find somebody, referrals? Do I just start reaching out to friends? How do I find somebody like you?
I mean, so for us, we're all over the internet.
Right.
Just probably how you found us. Social media. But the thing is that, you can call your local credit union, your bank, and see what they have. The issue is, and not for everybody, there's a lot of times where those companies can help out and get it done, where we find, obviously the theme here is creative financing today. Like I have for example, a customer that called us on Thursday, and his sister has a property. It's worth like $2 million. She doesn't want it anymore. And he wants to take over the property and fix it up, and he's $300,000 in rehab and then turn into a rental, but he's got a 550 credit score. So they're like, hey man, can we do anything here? What can we do? I'm like, hey, we can restructure this loan and put an LLC and add you to the title and then do a refinance, and we can do an asset-based loan for you. Okay. He's like, did anyone ever propose that? He's like, no, I didn't even know you could do that. So, so you have situations where people are in these, and I've seen it more and more. I don't know about you, but there's these very interesting situations, and you have to have somebody that really understands the laws and lending to figure out how to structure a loan. Now, obviously, we can't help everybody that calls us, but we have, and see, the thing is, Joe, we have so many different products. Like we right now, we're really pushing people to get off their mortgages and do Helocs, the all-in-one Heloc. I don't know if you've seen anything about the first lien Heloc. So that's a big thing for us right now. We're telling everybody, hey, why would you have a mortgage when you can turn your house into a cash flow generator,
Right.
revolving line of credit? So we're one of the we service that loan, we bank that loan, we can go up to a $2 million loan amount nationwide. And it's taken over by fire. I mean, this product started in Australia. Everyone in Australia does a HELOC. They don't even do mortgages over there. And then it's gone to Europe, and now it's coming here to the US. And so we're really big advocates of, investors or people researching the all-in-one HELOC and getting off of their mortgage and then going into a first lien HELOC so they can have that revolving line of credit. So,
Right.
we have so many programs, like we do construction loans.
Well, I think I need to explain what a HELOC is. That a lot of people watching may not know a home equity line of credit. Can you give us just a 10-second how it really works?
Yeah. So, forgive me. So a HELOC, as Joe stated, is a line of credit, kind of like how you have a credit card. Obviously the interest rate is not 18%, it's 4%, and it's attached to your home. There's a lien against your house for that line of credit. But the way it works is, if you want to pull funds from your line of credit, you can do that on demand. You get a bank account, checking account set up with our bank. And let's say you log in, you need 50,000, you push a button, 50,000 is deposited in your account. You pay daily interest on the money that you borrowed. So let's say that you had a home that's worth 500,000, the bank will give you up to 80% loan to value on a credit facility. So a $400,000 credit line. And let's say you just want to take out 2,000, you just pay interest on 2,000. So, and you can pay that off anytime, and you can pull from it anytime. It's a 30-year fully amortized loan. The biggest thing to know is that on HELOCs, they're not fixed rate mortgages. Like a mortgage is fixed, for 5% for 30 years. HELOCs are adjustable rates. Our product adjusts to the United States Treasury. So it adjusts monthly. But the cool thing about it is you can pull funds whenever you need them, and you can pay off the loan whenever you want to, and you don't have to go through a whole refinance loan process. And you can keep doing that. And investors love it because they can do that. We do it on investment properties, second homes, and primary residence. And so it's a very attractive product. And it's attached to a checking account, and there's a daily sweep of your bank account. So what ends up happening is that if you have, let's just say you're depositing 5,000 a month, any excess money that you have will be paid down daily against the loan. And so what we're seeing is that people are paying off their house, if they had a mortgage initially, 6 years faster than if they had a mortgage. So the first lien HELOC, even with an adjustable rate, even assuming a 6% rate if it goes to that high, they're still beating a regular mortgage at 4% by 6 years. So, and we have a calculator that you can check out. But yeah, that's essentially what a HELOC is.
Yeah, but I think they got to be careful with it, because if your value of your home goes down, although I'm not saying the recession's coming, but if it would happen to dip, you might end up owing.
You could. The thing that what I will say is that with our HELOCs, let's just say that, because when we do it, we order an appraisal on the home. Let's say that the home is worth 500,000 at that time, and your credit facility was for 400,000. We don't lower your HELOC because it's a first lien HELOC. Right. So now conversely, if the value goes up to $1 million, we're not going to increase it either unless we do a whole new loan with you. Right. So the only time we'll suspend your HELOC is if you obviously don't make your payments on time. Sure. Or if you enter into a forbearance, we're not going to let you pull funds if you're in a forbearance situation. Right. So, but yeah, that's
a great way. If you've got the money to get, to start investing too.
We have so many, man, Joe, I can't tell. We have, probably 80% of my HELOC customers are investors. They're pulling funds out from their primary because of the real estate boom, and they're going to buy multifamily.
Yeah.
I have so many clients in Florida, California. That's what they're doing.
Well, if they can find multifamily inventory in California, I want to talk to them because we're struggling.
No, it hasn't been. No, they've been. The people, they live there. They're like, their primaries are there.
Oh, gotcha.
And they're buying like in Tennessee.
Okay.
Mississippi, stuff like that.
Yeah, we've got a lot. We're always looking for multifamily out here. All right, that was a great one. Thank you for that. I always forget about a HELOC. That's a great way to really grow your business. What else you got out there, Angelo?
I mean, for investors, I mean, we have obviously blanket loans. That's a very popular loan that we do for investors. So we have clients that they have, let's just say 30 rental properties, and they're dealing with, 30 mortgages, 20 different mortgage companies, 20 different escrow accounts. We can bundle all those loans into one blanket loan for you and just give you one consolidated mortgage. And you can get, it's a commercial loan. Sometimes that works very well for investors. I get probably a call maybe once or twice a week. Somebody's got, a few hundred REOs and they want to, consolidate them.
Yeah.
That's a great program. Has, conventional rates, even though it's a commercial loan. Interest rates are in the 4 and 5s. You can go up to 75% loan to value. So that's a really, really hot product. I haven't
heard REO in quite a while. You've been in this business for a while, haven't you?
Yeah. I have been, man.
REO.
Well,
real estate owned. It's been a while.
Yeah, right after I got out of school, man, I got into the mortgage business. So I got out of school in 2005. Got my undergraduate in economics and finance.
Okay.
And went straight to work in the mortgage business. I've been in it ever since. Yeah.
This blanket that's a great way. Can you do this on single family homes? Can you blanket them all?
Absolutely.
I know so many people that are doing, they're buying homes and renting them back out again or Airbnb them. And if you can take all that and put them, I'm assuming the interest rate's pretty low because it's secured by all this real estate.
Yeah. I mean, so they're going to be, okay, today it's 2022 in March. I mean, the going rates are 4.5%, right? So that's the market right now for a blanket loan. So a year ago, maybe 3.5%, but right now you're going to be at 4.5% plus or minus based on the size of the portfolio. But yeah, I mean, I had a guy do one, Ohio seems to be a hot market for single family rentals.
Yeah.
And so he did one with 33 properties on Friday with me. And he was so happy. He bought all of his stuff with hard money, paying 12, 13%. And we cashed him out at 75% LTV at 4.875. And he was so happy. He was like doing backflips to closing. So yeah. But he did it good. He bought all these properties. I mean, probably 50, 60 cents on the dollar, fixed them up, waited a year for title seasoning, and then was able to use full appraised value and then refinance, got off the hard money. Smart guy, young guy, like 33 years old.
Oh man.
So I was surprised that he had figured that out at that young of an age, so
I love to hear those stories.
Yeah. And I was happy to help him.
Yeah, I can imagine. That'd be a nice deal. All right, what else you got? Those are 2 great tips.
So, the thing that I would say, a thing that's really taking off right now that is very powerful is the non-QM, non-qualified mortgage for investors. We can close in your LLC. You can buy as many as you want. There are no income verification, conventional asset-based loans. So they're extremely attractive. So a lot of people, what they're thinking is when they get rental properties, they go to their bank and their bank does a full underwrite on them. And maybe they don't qualify to buy another rental property because of their personal debt ratio. Right. The non-QM loan is very powerful because you can purchase a rental property and it's underwritten very similar to commercial, where they're looking at the debt service of the property and your income is even added to the application. So you can close in your LLC, do a no income verification loan on the buyer. And then if you have a 700 plus credit score, you don't even need to do debt service. You just have to have the 20% down and you can purchase unlimited, like Fannie and Freddie is capped at 10 properties. The non-QM, you can have as many rental properties as you want. And the rates are right there compared to, bank rates. So 4.5% for a no documentation loan. So
that's
so a lot of investors, they call us for non-QM because they want to close in their LLC, they want to do multifamily, they want to do single family.
Yeah.
And maybe they don't have the income, they're self-employed, they write it all off. So the no doc loan is, it's taken over like wildfire for us.
You don't think down the road those will be coming back?
Well, that's a good question. You brought that up. So during the pandemic, and we actually did a study on this, that people are putting, just so you're aware, between 20 to 30% down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And you have to have obviously 700 plus credit.
Yeah.
So the thing is that those loans outperformed FHA loans during the pandemic.
Really?
Yeah. Well, think about it. I mean, FHA, you're putting 3% down, 3.5% down,
True.
and you're dealing with lower FICO scores.
Yeah.
So, and the reports all came back, from Stearns showing that these non-QM loans actually perform better, less default rates than government-backed loans. And so that's public information. Anyone can go research that.
Sure, yeah.
So you think about someone who has 20 to 30% skin in the game, they're not going to let that property go into default.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, so it's a good question. And a lot of people have asked me that. And I said, look, just look at the data,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, those are hot products for investors. Obviously we do fix and flip too. We do a new program called fix to rent. So if you're an investor, you're buying a distressed asset, you can get the bridge money, the bridge capital to fix up the property and then refinance it. Now what we do, if you let us be the lender for the permanent loan, there'll be no additional closing costs for the refi for the perm loan.
Right.
So like you buy the property, you fix it up, you refinance it. And normally you'd have to go through a whole refinance process if you want to keep it as a long-term rental to convert it over to a conventional loan. So with us, we'll do the refi for you, and there'll be no additional fees if you let us be your conventional lender to get off of the hard money. Okay. So that's that. We offer the hard money, the bridge. We'll go up to 100% of the rehab money and up to 90% cost on the purchase for a rehab loan. Gotcha. So that's a strong program. We go down to a 650 credit score with that.
Okay. I keep seeing all this BRRR, is it they're build to rent, or, people are fixing up, and renting. How much longer do you think that market will stick? Do you have any idea? I got a feeling you're looking at a lot of the data.
What I've seen more and more, Joe, recently, in the last 5 years is that you have more and more investors coming into the space.
Right.
More and more competition, so the margins are getting squeezed.
Yeah.
And what I've seen shift to, which I'm happy about, is ground up construction.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing, that's what we offer a true one-time close construction loan for primary residents and investors. I'm seeing more people like, I can't find the rehab, I can't find the house that I want, I'm just going to build it. I'm going to find a piece of land, find some acreage, develop it, and then build it. So I think, that market is eroding, and the opportunity, what I'm seeing more of is ground up construction.
Yeah. Angelo, you'd be a good one to ask. The modular homes are building now, right? I don't know if you've seen them.
Yep.
Buy a piece of property, ship it in, pop it down. They're beautiful homes. I've not been in one, so I don't know the quality, but people are saying the quality is good. Is that something you guys finance?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I'm glad you brought, especially in California.
Yeah.
In California, we get, so many calls for barn dominium, tiny home, modular home, mobile home. And, they have a piece of land, or they want to buy a piece of land, and we'll do the whole thing, a one-time close construction. They buy the land, they do a turnkey build out. Let's say they use Clayton Homes or Palm Harbor.
Yeah.
We'll install the whole thing with the well, the septic, all the underground utilities. It's a whole package that we fund the whole construction for.
Oh, okay.
And it is because, like in California, like even a little modular home is $500,000 in California. So, and we get those calls from, everybody, whether it's first time buyers or senior citizens. And they're like, look, man, this is, I want to live here. This is what I can afford. Like, yeah, we can do it for you.
Yeah.
And
I would think time cost. You buy the lot, pick your house out, have it delivered. I don't know how long it takes, but I would think with everything, and of course, maybe now with everything going on with shipping, we might have a problem with it. Might be a little bit longer, but it just seems like a faster way to go as well.
Yeah, it's definitely more affordable. What we've seen is on average, if the home's in stock, 60 days. If it's not in stock, yeah, it could be 6 to 8 months. It just
Yeah.
depends on what, I've seen everything, especially recently, but it is something that people are definitely doing in more expensive states like Virginia, California, Oregon, Washington. It's an alternative. And we do, we can do it on a conventional loan, an FHA loan. And it's a very, very attractive product.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to somebody the other day that's remodeling their bathroom, and she's waiting 4 months just for tile. So
Wow.
I think we just got a little bit of a hitch right now.
Yeah.
As interest rates go up, Angelo, what do you think? What do you see happening in the marketplace?
Well, it's funny you brought that up. I think that so this is my take on this. So interest rates have gone up, and this is something I had predicted about 2 years ago. That obviously anyone that's been in the market knew that rates weren't going to stay low, suppressed
Right.
for too much longer. And I don't think that rates going in the fours is a bad thing.
Right.
I think that we kind of needed that. But I don't see happening, Joe, is I don't see rates, and this is just my opinion. I don't know. I don't see rates going to 7 or 8% again either. Because if you think about if that happens, the trillions of dollars that the Feds has on their balance sheet, that would explode. And if rates jump that high, and obviously they would be concerned about that and watch that because of all that mortgage debt that they've purchased in the last decade.
Yeah.
And so if rates did that, I mean, we'd have another recession because all the trillions of dollars that they're holding would be worthless. So, but again, I'm not saying that it couldn't happen, but the likelihood is very rare. Now, could you see a 5 or 6% rate? I think it's possible. And if that happens, I think that because you're right, it's going to squeeze consumers from purchasing power. And I think that you're going to see much like what we did before. And I don't know for sure. I don't think anything will ever be like it was in 2005 with that loose of lending.
Yeah.
But I think you'll start to see, like, for example, there's government programs that offer tax credits to help to offset property taxes, things that will help to try to stimulate to offset the rise of interest rates. And so, maybe you're going to see more adjustable rates again. For example, I can get you a 3 1/4 on a 3/1 ARM versus a 4 1/2 on a 30-year. You're going to see a lot more people taking those ARM loans again.
Yeah.
You're going to see interest only. We're doing interest only on primary residence again. So you're going to see interest only come back.
Yeah.
So lenders are so sophisticated, they'll always come up with ways to to combat a rise in interest rates. So you'll see adjustable rates come back again. We're starting to offer a ton of adjustable rates again.
All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. And then interest only, a lot of people are asking for interest only again.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. It's just wait and see.
Yeah.
But
I agree. I mean, but you think about, I mean, you have to, I mean, you've been in business, Joe. I mean, you have to be spontaneous. You have to be so creative, so slick to respond to the market because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
right.
You can get left behind pretty quickly.
Yeah. So I think that that there'll always be things that come up, and all you can do is figure out how to respond and deal with it the best way you can.
Well, and I think for especially somebody that's newer getting into real estate, they need to find somebody like you that has all this information and is willing to share it with people. Matter of fact, could you tell us, so you've got a podcast, Angelo Christian podcast. When do you put that out?
We do 4 of them actually. We do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Those come out at 6 a.m. You can check us out on YouTube. Yeah, Angelo Christian Mortgage. We have our Instagram, official Angelo Christian, and then my website is officialangelochristian.com.
I'm going to put all those links down below this video, so make sure everybody can find you. I just think you have such great information to share with everybody.
We try. I mean, we really try to. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Like, we're very solution oriented, and in our spirit and our soul is in line to help people to to change their lives, give them the capital, whether it's a first time buyer or it's a sophisticated investor. We really try to go the extra mile. We're not perfect, so we make a lot of mistakes, but we certainly try, and our heart's in the game.
Well, shit, you're the first unperfect person we've had on this show. So damn it. We're
Sorry
sliding
about
there.
that. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
be
no,
honest.
it's none of us are perfect. We learn from it, but
Yeah,
learn from our mistakes. But well, Angelo, thank you very much
Yeah.
for coming on the show today.
absolutely, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Joe. I really appreciate it. I wish you all the best, man. All the best with your
Yeah.
future.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. And for those of you watching, make sure you go to the video, give us a like. If you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe. And again, I am going to put Christian's info down below so you can contact him directly.